Hello. So today I want to tell you about the 2 to 5 player game Courtisans. And this is a card-based game where you are trying to calculate or anticipate which families are going to be worth points at the end, which families are going to lose points at the end, and how to make sure that the cards in front of you are going to play out in the best way possible. So let me show you it. First of all, everybody is going to get a dark blue objective and a cream objective. And what these are is one is going to be related to kind of the whole display of cards that you need to do in order to get 3 points. And in this game, 3 points is a lot, I have found. And the other one is going to relate to the cards in front of you that you need to have some condition met in order to get 3 points. All of the objectives are worth 3 points. So it's not like someone's going to get a more weighty or a more point objective than you. So like for this one, it says you must own less nightingales, which is the red family, than your left neighbor. So if I have fewer of those than them, I will get 3 points. If I have the same amount or more, I will not. Where this one says 3 families or less must be esteemed in the court. So again, this is about the whole center of the table. So everybody has their goal that they keep secret. And then we have this court in the center of the table. As you can see, all of the 6 families are on there. There's 3 on this side and 3 on this side. And then the queen is in the center. The only thing I don't love is the material that this is made out of wrinkles. So when you get it out of the box, it does not lay flat. I wish it was made out of something different, but that's a small gripe. So we have this deck of cards, and based on the number of players you're playing with, you have a very specific number of cards. So everyone gets exactly the same amount of turns. So on your turn, you get 3 cards that you get to look at, and they also have really fun like gold foil accents on them. You know, I love that. So on your turn, you must play each of your cards into one of 3 very specific areas. You must play 1 card face up in front of you so everyone can see what's happening, and those are going to be the cards at the end of the game that you score as positive or negative points, whatever is left in front of you. You must play 1 of your 3 cards face up in front of another player. You get to pick which player that is, and you probably are not doing it to help them. So this game definitely has take that. You must then also play a card face up onto the court. This dinner table that we have here, I can choose to play it face up below the table. And that means at the end of the game, if there are more cards of this color below the table than above the table, this family will have fallen from grace, and everybody who has these cards in front of them and their personal supply will lose 1 point for every one of those cards. However, I can also place it above the table. And at the end of the game, if this family has more members above the table than below, they are considered esteemed. And every card you have in front of you of that colored suit, you will gain a point for. So you can see it's this push and pull of, are they going to end up disgraced? Are they going to end up esteemed? And if you have a tied number of cards above and below for any one family, they will be neutral and they will earn you nothing. So you will do this for each of the 6 families. Now that sounds really straightforward. Obviously, in the beginning of the game, you have very little information. So when you're starting to play cards, you don't have a ton of information about who's going to end up esteemed, who's not, because you're starting with nothing. You're building that. You're getting to influence that. But these cards also have some special abilities. So if I play one that has this shield on it, and all of the suits of cards are the exact same, but because we've removed some based on player count, we don't know all the cards that are out there. But it's not like one family is more powerful or has more of a certain type inherently. It's just the way the cards shuffle. So this shield means that wherever it is played, it cannot be moved or harmed in any way. So wherever this card is, it's going to stay there. We also have the assassin cards. They have that dagger on them, and they can essentially take out any card in the game except for one with a shield. So this could be one in front of me, this could be one in front of someone else, or this could be one in the queen's court. So this can be very powerful. It's hard when these come out early in the game, I feel like. It's much more advantageous when they come out late in the game. But because you only have 3 cards and you're playing 3 cards every turn, you don't get to save them. Then we have the spies, and they are represented by this mask symbol. Now I get to play the spy face down. So I can play it in front of me face down. I can play it in front of an opponent face down so they can't look at it. Or if I want it to influence the court, obviously if I played it face down above or below their suit, everyone would know what that was. So instead, we just place it right there on the queen. We put it above if we want it to be an above card, or below if we want it to be below, but it goes in the queen's pile so we don't know what color it is. And these can be taken out even though they're face down by the assassin card, which is also an interesting way to play. And then we have the ×2. So these cards are words are hard. These cards are represented by the ×2 symbol. So this actually counts as 2 people. So in front of me, it would count as 2 points, positive or negative based on the outcome. And here it also will count as 2 members towards fallen or 2 members towards esteemed. So we go around until the deck runs out, because that will mean everyone has had the exact same amount of turns. And then we determine if each family is esteemed or is fallen, and we reveal the cards that were in the queen's layer so that they can do their influence. And then you score up the cards in front of you, and you score up your goals if you got them, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner. I don't love this game at 2 players as much. I mean, you definitely can play it as at 2, and it is really then that head-to-head, but I like being able to spread things around a little bit more at that 3, 4, and 5 player mark. But I really enjoy this game. Like I said, I just wish that this mat was made of something different that didn't wrinkle so easily. But this is a really fun card game for pretty much all ages, because even if you're playing with younger kiddos that totally don't understand everything that's going on, they have 3 cards and they know they need to play them in 3 places. So I really enjoy this game. I think it's a fun one. Let me know what you think of it. Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.